G'day YouTube, it's Shane here once again, and please excuse the shadow across the face as I'm wearing a cap, but it's a beautiful day, cloud-free day here in Adelaide, South Australia. Just look at that, amazing stuff. And right now I'm on my way to EB Games at Hollywood Plaza, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm looking for the lavalier mics, not this brand, but the other one that I used for $30. And I went up to Tea Tree Plaza on Sunday and I checked at their store and they didn't have any. But where was it? Oh, anyway, the reason I was up at Tea Tree Plaza was I was helping a young Chinese lad who he lives here permanently, but he goes to Beijing like for annual leave and stuff like that every year, and he wanted help with his English pronunciation and things like that. So we've been meeting there. I think we've met twice now, and like he wanted to do it sort of every weekend and things like that, but he had to go to Beijing and whatnot. So there's been a bit of a gap, but that's been a real learning experience for me because I had to begin how to deconstruct certain words, how we pronounce them, why we pronounce them, where we position the tongue in the mouth to pronounce certain sounds and things. And he's sort of struggling a little bit with it because it's something that we just learn as kids and don't think anything of it. And yeah, so he's having to work with that as well. So I gave him a few exercises and things like that, but I want to make it relevant to what he's doing. So I asked him, because he wants to learn how to answer like interview questions, how to understand English as well, because in Australia we speak a lot of slang and we often like distort English from the British version to a certain degree, and we speak faster and hang on mate, that sort of stuff, and not all the time. That's a very rough and gruff version of Australian English, but that's been fun. So they didn't have any lav mics at the EB Games up at TTP. I am going to check Hollywood Plaza, and then tomorrow I'll go into the city and check them there, because I checked them before and they had like one display box, but they'd sold out, and I was lucky to get one up at, I think it might have gone out to, where did I get it from? Back when the EB store, there was an EB store in Parabanks, and that's since moved. That's the one that's sort of combined with the one at Hollywood Plaza. So fingers crossed they've still got them. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So this morning I went to the doctor and just to pick up a form for getting a blood test. Now the blood test is one I have, it's usually every 6 months, but now, because the last time I did a video on it, can't remember what it was. It's the hemoglobin test that they do every so often, and those numbers were like higher than what they've been like since before I was even diagnosed with diabetes. So they started to panic, and because what it is like you do your blood tests several times a day and you get your numbers, but the hemoglobin test is one that's done every 3 months, because that's how long the hemoglobin will stay in your system. And I'll just record my walk. The hemoglobin stays in your system for about 3 months, so they can have a bit more of a reliable test and number of like what's going on in your system and things like that. So have to fast for that. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see what happens. I'm still applying for various jobs and things, and these companies are starting to reject me again, and it's starting to really annoy me. Like, this is work that I can do. I'm reliable, I turn up. And you get the job done right, and then you get a better reputation, because then I can promote you and tell my friends, hey, this company is really, really good because they hired me. See how that works? But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so got that, had to renew some other diabetes medication, and so everything's all good. Got everything flowing. So one of the reasons the numbers were really high is because I'd run out of medication. I was working flat out, and my doctor was also on holiday, and it was a nightmare to go like a good 2 weeks without medication. It's just never ever do that, right? Now I'm back on track. I've adjusted my diet, a lot more vegetables, peas, corn. Corn's probably not the best, but it satiates the hunger a little bit. And what else? Yeah, lots of broccoli as well. Plenty of walking. This is why I'm walking to Hollywood Plaza, because I can do that. And I've done it before, and it's one of those things that even though it's a longer distance, I don't think about it as much, if that makes sense. And it gives me a chance to talk to you guys. Longer video, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I know that the value of what I'm doing is fairly limited, but I know that sometimes in the longer videos there are these gems of wisdom that come out occasionally. They give me good ideas when I'm walking, and I do need to get back into walking a little bit more, and I am lifting weights and things. I don't have a gym membership or anything like that. I've got weights at home. There's a little tip that'll save you lots of money. But do get professional help. Do talk to a personal trainer if you can. They are invaluable. But yeah, another beautiful day. Hope everybody's doing okay. And if you like what I'm doing, please like the video and maybe go through a playlist of other videos. If you've already seen everything that I've done, then it's not going to make too much difference to me or this channel. But if you're brand new, and I don't think you're going to be watching an 8-minute video if you're new to the channel, but if you are, please consider going through one of my playlists. There's plenty of videos, plenty of education, plenty of stuff about where I live, Adelaide. Look at that, just straight, for a second there, it was just straight blue background. No, it wasn't CGI, I promise. But in another video that I started to record, but I mustn't have uploaded it, I was talking about how a lot of the properties here are single story buildings like this one. It's just interrupted. Like the bungalow style in the UK. But there are like multiple story homes. Where was it? It was there somewhere along the line. Multiple story homes here as well, and there are some very wealthy looking, very wealthy looking homes here, even in like some of the poorer suburbs. Multiple stories high, really wide and stuff like that. But yeah, you just never know. You never know. And it's good to see a lot of these homes, not every home, because it's expensive, but where is it? Not that one. this one here coming up. Solar panels. Not very many on that one, but yeah, solar panels, keeping things as eco-friendly. Oh, geez, that one's got a lot. Where are we? There. But yeah, very interesting stuff. Well, it's not, it's boring, probably boring your tears. But here's something I was talking about. A multi-story home with solar panels. Awesome stuff. So you just never know what you get in suburbia. And I do live in suburbia. I wanted to clarify that, and I'll do that in another video. I do live in suburbia. I don't live in the city, although I will visit the city fairly frequently for work purposes, or just to pick up a few comics or whatever. Largely because catching a train into the city is fairly convenient. I can get to the city of Adelaide in 20 minutes, or 20 minutes or so, 20-30 minutes depending on traffic and what's going on the railway lines and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's a lot of home-based businesses and stuff here as well, which is always interesting to see. But yeah, so and I've also got a video about the O-Bahn coming up very shortly. I've just got to do a bit of final editing on that and do an outro, and that will get there, and that'll be the last video that I've had by request. I'm going to do a couple of videos on Mount Lofty and the Monarto Zoo when I have time to get out there. It's not these places are not the easiest places to get to, and I'm beginning to discover that Adelaide, and I've always really known, needs a lot more infrastructure in terms of public transport, with the goal of being accessible to tourists. So you might have a tourist destination, but then these people are getting ripped off because they want to travel to see somewhere that they've seen on the internet, and do all the usual stuff, get the photos and the postcards and the t-shirts and everything, but just getting there, they'd have to hire a bus. And it's like things like getting out to the Barossa Valley, for example, the wine country. It's annoying. I've got a shift out at the Barossa Valley, and they haven't organised. This will be on April the 12th, and that's granted, that's a while away, but they haven't organised any sort of transport or whatever yet. It's just I apply for the job, I'll apply for the shift, and we'll see what happens. But the problem is I've got competing, overlapping companies that also want to hire me on that day. So I just wish some of these companies would get their act together. I wouldn't say I was highly organised, but at least I work backwards from where I need to be to figure out how I need to get there and things like that. Anyway, this is a longer video. I've rambled quite a bit, but I hope some of you watch this, and if you have, I'm going to think of a code word, so stay tuned. The word is active. The code word is active. Please leave it in the comments down below, and that'll let me know that you watched this until the end. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now. Thank you for letting me know you like longer videos. I just wish that they would get more views. Anyway, that's all from me today. Bye for now.